Good morning, student. Today we'll continue with the chapter yesterday that we have started, that is parliamentary form of government. Yesterday you have read about what is the meaning of the word parliament, why people elect their representatives to run the government. We have read why we are having the role of shaping the public opinion on behalf of the government. So this we have read and we have read about the parliamentary form of government. What is the real essence of a parliamentary form of government? That the president is the nominal head and prime minister is the real head of the government. That we have read. So today we will read about the president who is the nominal head of the government in a parliamentary form of government. So first we'll read the qualification of the president. So president, before starting with the qualification, we have to know about the president who is the nominal head of the state. So president is the head of the state and he is the nominal head of the state. He is the titular executive. He is elected by an electoral college consisting of member of both the houses of the parliament and the member of state legislative assembly. The president is elected for a term of 5 years. He can be elected for a term of 5 years and can be re-elected again also. For example, Dr. Rajendra Prasad has been elected twice as a president. So he can be re-elected also. So now we'll be coming to the qualification of the president. That means what are the qualifications needed to become a president of a nation or a state? First qualification, he should be a citizen of India. First qualification will be citizen of India. He should be a citizen of India. Okay. Second qualification will be he should be at least 35 years of age and above also. Okay, at least 35 years of age. He should not hold any office of profit or be bankrupt or proclaim offender or a person of unsound mind. So these are the qualifications which is required to become a president. Now we'll read about the powers and functions of the president. First, we'll deal with the legislative power of the president. We know that we are having 3 organs of the government, that is legislative, executive and judicial. So, as the name suggests, legislature legislate the laws or make the laws. So, what are the legislative powers of the president? We will read. He has the power to summon, suspend, prorogue and dissolve the parliament. So according to the wish of president, he can call the meeting of the parliament, he can suspend the meeting, he can dissolve the parliament whenever he wants. He addresses both the House of Parliament after every general election and every year before the budget session. He has the power to issue ordinances if the parliament is not in session. But this law has to be passed by the parliament within 6 weeks of its reassembly. He nominates 2 Anglo-Indian members to the Lok Sabha to give the community adequate representation. He nominates 12 members to Rajya Sabha from among people who have distinguished themselves in the field of art, literature, culture, science and technology. So these are the various legislative powers of the president. Now we'll read about the executive powers of the president. What are the various executive powers? All major decisions are taken in the name of president, as he is the nominal head. So all the important decisions are taken in the name of the president. He makes all the major appointments. He appoints the leader of the majority party in the Lok Sabha as a prime minister and on advice of the council of ministers. He even appoints the governor, chief justice and judges of the Supreme Court and High Court, chairman and member of the UPSC, that means Union Public Service Commission, and chief election commissioner. So all the major appointments are done by the president. Now we'll read about the military powers of the president. Military powers of the president. The president is the supreme commander of the defense force of India. He is the head commander of the defense force of India. The president has the power to declare war as well as peace. As and when required, the president have the military power to declare war and peace. Okay, he can declare war and peace. So, now we will come to the diplomatic power of the president. The president appoints ambassadors abroad. He even receives papers from diplomatic envoys of other states. All treaties and international agreements are signed in the name of the president. So these are the diplomatic things that the president performs its duty. Now the judicial powers of the president. The president has the power to grant pardon or reduce the punishment that a person receives in case of a court martial or death sentence. So if a person who has received a punishment of either death sentence or life imprisonment, only the president has the right to grant pardon or reduce the punishment of a person. No criminal proceedings can be started against the president while in office. So no criminal proceeding can be started against the president if the president is in the office. Next we will read about the emergency powers of the president. An emergency is a sudden exigency demanding immediate action. So emergency means suddenly we have to take sudden immediate action that is needed for the situation. That is called emergency. So in such a situation, the head of the state assumes special powers. The president can declare emergency in the following three conditions. If there is war or external aggression, okay, emergency can be done if there is war and external aggression under Article 352. Okay. He can declare emergency situation. So such an emergency is implemented when the country of India or any part of India is threatened by war or external aggression or internal disturbances. Second emergency is, this is because of war and external aggression. Second emergency can be called, that is called constitutional emergency under Article Constitutional Emergency, Article 356 of the Indian Constitution. So constitutional emergency arises when the law and order machinery of a state breaks down. And if the president, on receipt of a report from governor, is satisfied that the state government cannot be carried in accordance with the provision of the constitution, he can declare president's rule or constitutional machinery breakdown. Okay, during that time, he can take the president rule. Third type, this is 1, 2. Third type of emergency can be declared by the president is the financial emergency. Okay, financial emergency. Under Article 360 of the Constitution. Article 360 of the Constitution. So according to the Article 360 of the Constitution, a financial emergency is implemented when the financial stability or credit of India is threatened by any way. Then the president declared financial emergency. Now we will read about the last power of the president, that is discretionary powers. The president has 3 discretionary powers which can use depending upon the circumstances. First is reconsideration of a decision. First discretionary power is reconsideration of decisions. That means thinking again about taking any decision. So the president has the power to send back the proposed decision of the Council of Ministers once for reconsideration. Second type of discretionary power is the veto power. Veto power of the president. So every bill passed by the parliament goes to the president for his assent before becoming a law. That everyone knows. So president gives the assent, then only the bill can be passed as a law. So the president may withhold or refuse to give assent to a bill other than the money bill. So again has to be mandatorily receive consent. However, the constitution has not set any time limit for the president in which he must send the bill back for reconsideration. So that is called veto power of the president. That means giving the assent to the bill other than the money bill. The third discretionary power is the selection of prime minister. Selection of prime minister. So the president appoints the prime minister. In a parliamentary system of government, the leader of the majority party in the Lok Sabha is appointed as a prime minister. If there are 2 or 3 claimants for majority support in Lok Sabha, it is the prerogative of the president to select the prime minister. He would then exercise his discretion in judging who really may have the majority support and who can actually form and run the government. That means who is capable of forming the government. That will be decided by the president. So we have read about the president, its qualification and the powers and functions of the president. So today we have discussed about the nominal head of the state, that is the president, its power and function. And tomorrow we will going to discuss about the real executive head or the real head of the state, that is prime minister, its qualification and power and function. So thanking you, student.